Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we are pleased to be joined by one of the best volleyball players in the country, none other than Sydney Hilley of Wisconsin Volleyball. How's it going?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's been an interesting few weeks of camp. I talked to Coach a few weeks ago, and how exciting is it to be back in the gym and going out there to play?
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's so fun. Just the depth we have on this team this year. It's just so fun to get in the gym and compete every single day. We really feel like every time we scrimmage, we feel like we're playing in a match against like a high caliber Big Ten opponent because we have such high level all across the board. So it's been super fun to be back in the field house, and we can't wait to have it filled this fall. We're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see. Definitely good to see field houses full again. And volleyball is always big in the Big Ten. I guess with that's why they call it the Big Ten, because
Yeah.
the conference is insane. The eighth, ninth, 10th place team in the conference could be ranked in the top 25 somewhere, and usually everyone can get beat from watching this conference for so many years. Just kind of talk about how insane this conference is and how you guys have to be ready every night.
Yeah, like you said, on any given day, if you don't show up and bring your A game, you could lose to anyone in the conference. And I think that is something really special. And I think it provides an advantage just because a lot of the Big Ten teams are really ready for tournament time because we have been in such close competitive matches, battle tested all season long. So I really just love being able to play against high level competition on every night that we have a game.
What's it been like? What his practice has been like from this year compared to last year?
Yeah, so we were really lucky that this year we only had two new people on our team. So we didn't really have to break down any of our systems or anything. We just got to be able to go straight into it, which has been awesome. But we're working on doing a little bit more back row attacks and some faster tempo. So that's been super fun. But like I said, it's just been super competitive. We're so deep that everyone on the team has a chance to be on the court, and everyone's doing their best to show off what they got so that they can make it into the starting lineup.
The run that you guys went on last year was just absolutely incredible. In a time of COVID and everything that happened and outside of COVID, and with everything surrounding the tournament and everything else, how'd you guys get through all of the things that you had to go through that year to get to with the run? And obviously you want to take that next step to get to that ultimate goal.
Yeah, last year there was definitely a lot of adversity going through. And I think before the season even started, our coaches did a great job of preparing us for what could happen. And we were under a lot of strict protocols. We had a lot of team rules to put ourselves in the best situation possible to be able to play every single match. But, COVID doesn't really listen to rules. So eventually we got shut down for a while, and lots of games canceled. It was definitely a shorter season for us. But I think that all the challenges, all the testing, everything like that really brought our team closer together. And we really had that chemistry. We were a well-oiled machine by the time that the tournament came around. And we were just going out there and appreciating every moment we had to play because we had so many of those moments taken from us because of COVID. So it was awesome.
What specifically have you worked on this offseason?
Oh, there's so much. I'm really trying to work on being a more aggressive blocker and having a bigger presence at the net. And I'm also taking a lot of steps in my defensive game and working on being able to dig some more tougher shots.
Okay. All right. I've been doing this. I've talked to a few college athletes and everybody else. Let's kind of get to know you a little bit. How about that?
All right, sounds fun.
All right. If you can, what are you binge watching right now?
The show I'm watching right now is called Atypical. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's on Netflix.
I have heard, actually.
Yeah, it's super good. I love it. So I'm on the fourth season of that right now.
As you're not watching Outer Banks like everybody else, because
I actually haven't seen Outer Banks.
yeah, it's the count. Apparently, season 2 is out, and I don't know. I haven't got the memo yet or something.
Yeah, I might have to watch that next.
Yeah. Biggest pet peeve.
Um, I'd say probably just like people who move really slow. Like I feel like I always have somewhere to be and like walk fast and everything. So it kind of bugs me when I have to like maneuver around slow moving people.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting there. Favorite dessert, ice cream, anything like that?
I really like tiramisu as my favorite dessert. I'm a huge coffee girl, so I love tiramisu.
Yeah. Um, what's your like? Do you have like a go-to like like junk food that you like can't resist or something?
Um, the one I have right now is chocolate hummus, and it sounds kind of weird because it's like chickpeas and like hummus. You wouldn't really think it's good, but it's like dessert hummus. So I put like raspberries in it, and it's so
Actually,
good.
that actually really sounds good.
Yeah, you should try it.
That's what I'm gonna go do. Favorite sports team?
Um, there's a lot, but I'm probably gonna go with the Timberwolves.
Are you from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Nice. Um, what's something people may not know about?
Oh, that's a tough one. May not know. Oh, I really hate belly buttons. So like that is like my biggest like phobia. Like when people get anywhere near touching my belly button, I kind of freak out. And that's kind of weird, but
Have I don't know if you saw, have you ever seen the show like Kyle XY and all that? Remember when he didn't have the famous, like, it was on like ABC Family, like a few.
oh yeah, I didn't have a belly button.
Yeah, he didn't have one. That, because
Yeah,
whenever someone mentions that, I always think about that. It's like, wow,
yeah.
I haven't heard that in like a while. So it
Yeah.
was interesting. Um, yeah. And also, and finally, what is a favorite Coach Sheffield moment?
I feel like there's so many. He's such a goofy guy. He has so many little quirks that definitely keep things interesting. But
Yeah.
there was a practice one day where he was just like kind of dancing like behind all of us. Like we were all serving and facing one way, and we didn't know that he was dancing, but we went back and like watched it on film and we could all see it, and it was just hilarious.
Awesome. That is great. That. Well, Sydney, thank you so much for taking some time out of your evening to join us, and good luck this season. And let's catch up maybe later sometime down the road.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.